What's up, YouTube? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. Give us a second to get Facebook online and ready to go also so they can join in on the fun. All right, here we go. Let's get Facebook up and going. All right, Facebook, welcome. Hey, for those of you who don't know me, my name is DeMarcus, and I'm here for the morning motivational mix today. Normally it's in the morning, today is in the evening. I want to also let you know, if you want to follow me on YouTube, it is Humble and Motivated, I think. Hold on, I'll find out. I forgot what it was now. That's funny. If you want to follow me on YouTube, it is going to be Humble and Focus. There it is, Humble and Focus. And that's one word, Humble and Focus. So, let's go and get started. I'm really excited to talk about this villain by the name of Default Man. So Default Man is actually one of the worst villains you can actually see, because Default Man is very, very sneaky. Default comes up, and whenever you're trying to grow and go for something, he happens to come along and steal your success and take away all the positive things that you had going for you, because Default Man, or Default, this villain, actually what he does is he takes your growth. He takes your growth. He takes your effort. He takes your energy. I realized when I got fired from my job, one of the things I realized is that I wasn't going to fall back to the default of, oh my gosh, I'm stressing, I need a job, oh my gosh. Because I realized in that, I'm missing something. That would have been my default to fall back in that, right? But there was some faults that I did fall into, like I wanted to sit around and just watch TV. I wanted to chill. But I realized, wait a second, hold on, I've got to be active. This is a great time for me to grow and become stronger, not a time for me to be lackadaisical. This is a time for me to put in more work to grow to where I want to be, not the time for me to be lazy and play Sonic the Hedgehog or NFL Blitz on the couch. So, what does default do? See, the thing is, a lot of us have default programmed into us. And if you don't believe me, I want you to think about a time in your life where something didn't necessarily go your way. For mine, I can tell you right now, one of my biggest defaults is when something doesn't go my way, or when I get sad or something's really bad. My natural default is to order pizza from Pizza Hut and get the big box and make sure it's got pasta in it, Alfredo, the pizza's delicious, the pasta's, and I kill it. And then I feel bad about it every single time. And so I realize that's one of my defaults. Another one of my defaults is I want to stay home sometimes and not go to the gym. But eventually you build up that natural callous that you say, you know what, when I don't go to the gym, I don't feel right. And that's where I'm at right now. But that natural default, when something goes bad or something goes wrong or you lose your job, is to automatically go into the default that's going to bring you back down to the level that you're used to in a relationship. How many of you guys and girls in a relationship, when you get, dumped or you get out of a relationship, your natural default is to immediately go to sleep with somebody else? Immediately go find somebody else to fill that void or fill all the other needs that you might need. That's a huge deal, because that default that you're putting in right there is actually creating something. Like, you're falling backwards, you're not going to go forward. So if you expect to find a man that's different, like I tell this to ladies all the time when I'm talking to, I have a lot of female friends. If you want to find a lady who's different, you can't go back to the default the default that goes around and does whatever the default does. If you want to become and attract a better type of man, like attracts like, you got to become a better type of woman to do so. Same thing with fellas. Fellas, if you want a better woman, a woman who's classy and it has her stuff together, and a woman's not going to take you for advantage or scream and yell at you or cheat on you or whatever, you got to become a better man so you can attract a better type of woman. So going to your default of getting drunk every night because you're sad, or going to your default of going out and partying all the time because you're upset, is not going to yield you positive results. Default Man is designed to keep you exactly where you are. So I want you to think about this. So I forgot to tell you guys. So I want to say happy Sunday to you guys, right? Happy Sunday. Today is June 12th. It's Sunday, right? Right? No? So there's a lot of situations in life that we don't actually use default for. One of the biggest things that we don't use default for is a calendar. Okay? This calendar's from 2006. How different would your life be if you went by June 2006, or sorry, June 2006, and then the 12th of June, where is that? Right there. That would leave you as a Sunday, right? You see that right? Hold on, other side. You see that right there? That's a Sunday. Now, if I use this right here, right, and I go back and I slide back and I say, you know what, 2018 is not going well for me, I'm going to use 2016. You're going to be days off. This is not going to be right again for another 5 to 7 years. I forgot how long it takes. So you can't slide back into default and expect you to have positive results. As a matter of fact, when default comes into your home and he starts trying to mess with your success, what you have to do is you have to realize, one, that default is there. You have to realize that he's there and you have to fight him. And then by fighting him, you have to put in the effort to not go back to the person you used to be. A lot of people, relationships are big. When you get out of a relationship and a man mistreats you, your default is to become, or women too, your default, men and women, is to become a not so nice person. For ladies, some of you guys call yourselves B's. For guys, some you call yourselves D's. But the thing is, when you get out of that relationship, the last thing you need to do is treat somebody else who has not dealt with you before the way that somebody else dealt with you because you're hurt. That's not fair. Keep your character, keep your integrity, keep your moral compass all the way through, because default man will send you backwards fast. Default man is designed to pull you back to where it's comfortable and where it's safe. But you can't let him take you back there. And that's what I want you to think about today. When default comes and that villain comes to your door because something has happened and something has affected you in some type of way, you got to make sure that you say, wait a second. He's here at my house. I'm not going to let him in the door. I'm not going to go eat pizza and pasta. I'm not going to stop working out because it's hard. I'm not going to stop and go become a D or a B because my last person broke up with me. I'm not going to go out and do some promiscuous things. I'm not going to go get plastered because I'm upset. I'm not going to fall back into bad habits. I'm not going to be scared because I don't have a job right now and to go to any job instead of looking around for what's necessary. Find out what your default is and list it. Write it down. So you know that when you fall right back into that pattern, that you say, hey, wait a second, I'm here. I'm at default right now. I can't be here. I need to go forward. Put the stuff into your body. I always talk about it. Put the stuff into your mind that you need to. Videotapes. Videos on YouTube are lovely. Type in motivation. That's what I do all the time. Search motivation. You'll find people that you really like. I like Les Brown. I like Inky Johnson. I like E.T. Eric Thomas. I like Jim Rohn. I like Zig Ziglar. I like Les Brown. I probably said him. Anyways, these are all the people I listen to because they're putting out a message that's not my default. My default is to sit down and not care. My default is to slum it. But once you find out what your default is and you list it and you can have it someplace visible, just so whenever you reach it to your default, you say, wait a second, I'm doing these things. I'm doing these things. That's how you pull yourself out. And always have some people, because the thing is, here's another thing that's a big deal with default. And I always talk about friends and chickens and eagles, because eagles don't eat breadcrumbs, chickens do. So when you're coming back down to that default level that you're used to coming down to, that's where your friends are. The old friends that used to do the same thing, that haven't changed, that, you know, are singing songs like, I'll never change in who I am, or I'm the best me, I'll never be, you know, anything more than what I am, whatever. Those friends of you who are down at that level that you're used to being at will welcome you with open arms and make you very comfortable down there because they like you. But you got to remember that you are going up. You're elevating. Change is inevitable. So if you stay the same way, that's like being on an escalator and every time it moves forward, you're trying to move backwards. Okay? Or every time it moves forward, you're not even moving at all. You're saying, I'm staying right where I am. But eventually that escalator is going to run out of space. And you're going to either be trapped or thrown off or trip or whatever. So don't go back to old default friends either. Especially if you're moving forward. I'm not saying get rid of your friends. What I'm saying is that understand that you've got to let some things go in your life if you want to move forward. There are sacrifices that are necessary. And if you're not willing to sacrifice, then you're not willing to move forward. If you're not willing to sacrifice, then you're not willing to go to the next level. And that's all I have for you. It's been a long time. I'm talking for a long time here, but I hope you got something from it. Don't let that evildoer of default or default man come into your home and steal your positivity, steal your growth, steal your excitement, steal your positive movement. Make sure you recognize him when he comes through and don't let him in your doors because you deserve it. Whatever you're going for, set a goal, you deserve to get that. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook, for being here. And remember that I believe in you, and don't let default steal your joy because it's your joy. It's not his. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon.